at the Agora. So all those this week. Hey, Buddha, what's going on?
Hey, Alan.
What's up?
Yeah, you asked if inmates who are known to, be together, or maybe the guards know if they put them in the cell together or not.
Yeah. Well, if they can get married was my question.
Well, no, I don't know where he got that from. Definitely not in Ohio, I know that.
All right.
But as to if the administration knows that two inmates are together or whatever, they're going to usually do what they can to keep them apart. Not only will they not put them in the same cell, but usually they'll move them away from each other's blocks.
Why is that?
Well, they don't. It's against prison rules to engage in any type of relationship whatsoever, whether that be girlfriend-boyfriend, whether that be with a guard that has power over you, a teacher, any type of relationship at all.
I mean, I know those are the rules, but also everybody knows that stuff goes on. So, I mean, it goes on between the hacks and the inmates. It goes on between, people that are, I guess they don't want to be seen putting their stamp of approval on it, but you'd think, hey, here's two guys. It's going to make them less angry and pissed off all the time. Let's separate them. That's a good move.
Well,
we don't want any sex going on in our prison.
I know guys in there that say some dude doesn't like some other guy and he's selling with some guy, and he will go to administration, to the cops, and say, hey, those two are in a relationship. They're, banging each other, and they'll go split them up. That stuff happens like that.
They must be constantly moving between people who are actually engaging in relationships and other people calling them out, making that up to get back at someone. They must be constantly moving people.
Oh. I mean, it depends on the prison you're at. The one I was at, they were pretty good about stuff, and they stayed on top of it. Like, they'll have a thing in your file that says, I don't know how they put it in there, but if you're known to be gay or you've been caught doing something like that, they'll know that so they can keep a better eye on you, and they'll put you in specific places that they want you. And it's just like if you were in a gang or something, that follows you around too.
Now, when
this guy's in a gay gang.
Like when it comes to
there are those
being gay, though, is it just like actual physical acts of gayness, or could you be like singing a Barry Manilow song or something like that? And they'd be like, "Ooh, keep an eye on him."
That throws up a red flag, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like if they see two guys together too much, they'll keep an eye on you because they don't like that.
Buddha, what were you in for?
A lot of stuff. Assault, kidnapping, robbery.
Did you say kidnapping?
Yeah, kidnapping.
Who did you kidnap?
To make a long story very short, I had just committed this crime over here. I was trying to get away from it, so I jumped into a delivery truck kind of thing, and I made the guy drive me away. I forced him to drive me back to my car.
Oh, that constitutes kidnapping.
Yes, sir.
I see.
Didn't threaten him, anything. But if you make anybody do anything that they don't want to do in any way at all, it's technically kidnapping.
Yeah, but you probably, the threat was implied, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah. How long?
Because of the implication.
How long have you?
He said, "Yeah, oh yeah." Well, I wanted him to do what I wanted. Just didn't want to have to threaten.
Well, no, he goes, "I don't want to threaten him." How long have you been out?
Aggressive eyebrows,
How long have you been out?
I've been out a year and a half.
Oh, and are you okay? Are you keeping your nose clean?
Oh yeah, I'm doing great.
All right.
Good to hear it.
No more kidnapping, Buddha. You stop that kidnapping.
You knocked that
off.
You
knocked that off.
Say that sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll know that they'll know my past or something, and I'll go to do something, be like, "Don't kidnap that guy now."
Don't take him.
Honestly, though,
don't take him anywhere, even for granted.
Right.
I didn't want to hold him at gunpoint. I just wanted the money in the register. What was I supposed to do?
I held him at finger point. He didn't know it wasn't a gun. My hands were inside my jacket pockets. Okay, thank you, Buddha.
I want to be a prison correspondent, man, if you got prison questions.
Well, yeah. We used to get prison mail all the time, and I haven't got it for a while.
How do you bang somebody in prison and get away with it?
Well, it's usually got to be, usually it's bathrooms, honestly. Like where I was at in Grafton, the bathrooms were known for that. And it got to the point where they they put like a cage inside the toilet, so like the CO would have to go in, open up the cage, let you in, lock you in, let you poop, let you out, and then they posted a guard at the door. It's only open 10 minutes on every hour, so you have 10 minutes to go in, because guys were just getting caught all the time.
Yeah, most of the day is keeping people from having sex with each other.
Yeah,
most of the day. Wow.
Why are the rules? That's the thing, though. Why are the rules different in prison? If you aren't gay on the outside and then you're in prison, you're like, oh, I get a pass. I'm in prison.
Gay for the stay.
That's exactly what they'll say, man. I've talked to dudes that believe themselves that since they are not gay outside of prison, that does not make them gay.
Yeah. So if they leave, are they still gay, or do you get a clean slate?
I actually have a buddy who got out about a year ago that I was in there for 5 years with, and he was known to do stuff in there. He wasn't walking around, proclaiming it, but everybody pretty much knew what everybody did. So anyway, he got out, and as far as I know, he's been straight. Lots of hookers, but I don't think any of them were men.
He's trying to overcompensate now. He's making up for lost time.
I was gonna say, so if that guy gets married, do you feel the need to inform his wife, like, listen,
I know. That's what I've said to him before. That's why I've said, like, one of the reasons, like, I would never do it. Even if anybody never find out about it, I wouldn't be able to look like my wife or something in the eye, and, like, I don't know. I'd feel like I have to tell him, and I would not want to tell him.
I couldn't look her in the brown eye and lie to her.
So I'm saying, I feel like you have to say that. Like,
Not
listen,
the other guy.
I was a big whore in prison. How do you have that conversation? How many, Jacob?
Jacob, but Buddha, for the record, you never kidnapped a wiener, right?
I did not kidnap any wiener.
All right, good. Well, all right. Well, listen, you got to do what you got to do on the inside.
So wipes your slate clean, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's the prevailing wisdom. Okay, thank you, Buddha.
All right.
Thanks, pal.
Sometimes your friends let you down. Take your dreams and smash them on the ground. What do? Turn the page? Hell no, I'm gon' channel my rage and spit rhymes of horror, unspeakable things. From deep inside me, the darkness sings. Murder, murder, sex, sex, and murder, murder. Murder, murder, sex, sex, and murder, murder. Murder, sex, sex with murder. Murder with sex. Dead people have sex, then they murder.
Wow, Buddha out there in Stowe, right? He's in there for 5 years. That's a stretch, too.
Yeah, that's serious time.
It would be weird to run into the guy on the outside that everybody knew was doing stuff on the inside.
And you gotta play it cool.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta play it cool.
I think
this is my wife, Jenny, and he's looking at you like,
like you're.
Don't say anything. Hi, Jenny. How are you? I'm great. You know what? We are so. He is the most inventive lover I've ever had. He has come up with things that no other. He's like, don't say anything.
Yeah. You're just like, actually, your
is he?
husband was the reason that we were able to take private dumps.
Yeah, he's such a hero. Like, he's always sticking up for people who can't stick up for themselves.
Yep.
Like, he was sticking up.
He's
all
always
right.
popping up for people.
No, I feel like you get a pass. Do you have to share that with your
No,
spouse
I think
after you get out?
I think they call it gay for the stay. I think that's the understanding, is that what you do in there, it's either that you're
It's a means of survival,
super
and mental
horny,
health.
or a means of survival. I don't think it always gets that dark, but who knows? I've never been in there.
Because I just see a woman like, all right, I know you did something. How many, Jacob? Was it 1? Was it 4?
How many, Jacob?
346.
Jacob, listen, if you do 346
in 5
it's
years,
not for the stay.
Right.
What do you mean?
You're hoping to
not just
extend
for
your
the stay.
stay.
Yeah.
Out 346 times, not 346 people.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, times. Okay. 346 times, but 2 very special people.
You're making little tallies on the wall every time, like, all right.
Is that how many days you've been in?
Nope.
Nope. That's how many times I've been in.
Wow. Okay. So you just let people off the hook then. A lot of people listening are going to be like, okay, great, because I really felt guilty about not telling my wife.
But there's no hook. Like, what hook are you on? What hook are you letting somebody off of?
If you go in there married, what if you're married and you go in there?
I think if you're clean, if you're not giving your fiance something that you might have contracted, I mean, I think those are normal concerns that anyone would have, Also, I think there's probably a degree of ignoring reality. You know, your fiance is a guy who was in prison for 5 years. Everybody's heard, whether through pop culture or actually experiencing it themselves, everybody kind of has a broad idea of what goes on. So if you're a woman, you're already ignoring some things. You're like, I love this guy, whatever. I don't, whatever happened. Maybe she met him when he was on the inside, and they had conjugal visits.
And I don't think they do a lot of conjugal visits.
I don't know. They don't?
I don't think so.
I thought that was still a thing.
I don't know.
I wonder what Scott Peterson looks like now. He was sexy. He was like a Ben Affleck.
By the way, a lot of people are reminding me that Tom Hanks is filming a movie in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
So he's just going to be a hop and a skip for opening day.
Pittsburgh. Interesting. You mentioned Pittsburgh.
Why? Are you going to be there at some point?
I will. I'll be there this Friday at the Arcade Comedy Theater. There's not a lot of tickets left. I think there's like 10 or 15 left.
Yeah.
So if you guys could get those, sell this thing out, have a good time on Friday, 9:30 p.m.
Oh, boy.
BillSquire.com to get the tickets.
Look at you.
And last Friday in Menor, that was a great show. Thanks to everybody that came out to that. Very fun time.
Arcade Comedy Theater.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, it's BYOB, though. So make sure you know that. You got to bring your beers.
Oh, that's kind of downtown, isn't it? It's on Liberty Avenue?
Yeah.
Okay. Bring your own beers.
Mm-hmm.
Does the B have to stand for beers?
Well,
could it be bring your own bourbon?
You can do that.
All right.
You can bring alcohol. You just got to bring your own.
Bring your own bottle.
Yeah, bring your own bottle. Right. Or can. BYOC.
Right.
Oh. Or if you like to drink it out, they have those juice box or like the juice bag adult ones. You ever seen those?
Juice bags?
Yeah, it's like a...
I think that's what we called them in junior high.
It's like a Capri Sun, but it's got booze in it.
Oh, I've seen those, yeah.
Nope.
My aunt drinks those.
Where you have to stick a straw in it?
Mm-hmm.
But they really do like to market to people's nostalgia, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
They sure do.
Remember when you were 5 and all you could have was juice? It's the same thing, but with booze.
Remember
like, I'm fine with a glass. Thank you.
Yeah, remember when you were a small child and you had a hard time getting things open and walking? Well, how would you like to feel like that again with a similar bag?
That's right.
Remember when you were a kid when we had those candy cigarettes? Now we have real cigarettes. Enjoy.
You can go back and bring a wineskin and just fill it up. People are noticing we're airing a lot of Newsmax ads.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with Newsmax, it's for people who think that Fox News has gotten too liberal. We will get letters from management prior to the 1st of April that say, do you guys plan on doing anything for April Fools? And as it's not 1995, I always say, no, it wouldn't even occur to me to do something for April Fools. If there was a show that wanted to do that, they prefer that it be vetted and blah, blah, blah. Well, Newsmax was over there, and they did April Fools. They want to be part of the zeitgeist. They're trying to get eyeballs. They're trying to get ears. So they said, like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon, unbeknownst to their respective audiences, traded shows. They go, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and Kimmel walks out. And over at ABC... the late Kimmel show, whatever, Jimmy Kimmel Live, or it was Jimmy Fallon who walks out. The Jimmies. They didn't do anything like that over Newsmax. They had their own April Fool's joke.
Breaking news, and this is just happening, so I'm just hearing this, but apparently we have a ceasefire in Ukraine. Russia has apparently surrendered. Now, again, we don't have anything confirmed, but this news just coming into my ear. Apparently, President Zelensky has reached a tentative deal with President Vladimir Putin on a ceasefire. Mark, just quickly, your reaction to this while I try and learn more.
Well, obviously, it'd be great if there could be less killing. We've talked about the
Mark, it's an April Fool's Day joke. I told you I was going to get you this morning. You guys all fell for that.
What?
He goes right to the panel. Guys, I'd like I'd like your take on this.
I'm getting a message here. Apparently, there's a 19-car pileup, several casualties. Everything's in flames. The police are on the scene, and they're getting shot by protesters.
Oh, that's horrible. I got you, bitch, you stupid idiot.
People, oh, my God. What is wrong with people?
I don't know. Everybody likes to have a little bit of fun
April Fools!
on April Fools. They like to have fun.
No, people are still getting slaughtered.
On the April Fool's jokes.
Everybody's got their own take on April Fool. But that's why every year I'll get an email. Hey, I know the answer's probably no. Are you doing anything for April Fools? And I say, you are correct. The answer is no.
April Fools.
Used to be fun back in the day. It was corny, but back in the day, when people weren't like plugged in 24/7 to every possible form of communication, it was fun because you could get a couple of things past people. You know, now it's not worth any kind of effort because what are you going to do? Hey, Poundcake fell off the building. You know, it's silly, and it's so hard to shock people too. I think that's the bottom line, is it has to be silly or goofy. And there's not as much payoff for that. It's not as titillating. It's fun. It's funny. But it's not as titillating if there's no danger to it. But that's kind of where you run into problems.
Well, it's like, even if it's something silly, like David Njoku from the Browns said he requested a trade, and that was like his April Fool's prank. But like the dude's requested a trade in the past, so it's like,
yeah, like that's not. It has to be something that's unprecedented.
Yeah,
it's
like they're
like
you actually did request a trade.
You did,
past,
yeah.
Like,
And now, here is Jimmy Fallon!
Hi, I'm Jimmy Fallon, and welcome to The Tonight Show. It's Freaky Friday tonight. Are you figuring out what's happening now? You're noticing what day it is? And, or no, maybe, I don't know. April Fools, everybody. We pulled the old switcheroo. And now, Jimmy Kimmel!
Are you happier to see Fallon or Kimmel? When you're sitting there, you're obviously going to their respective shows because you like them. But are you happier, as an independent voter, are you happier to see Kimmel or Fallon?
I think you're.
I know everybody likes to
happier
piss
see
on Jimmy Fallon, but
I think you're actually happier to see Fallon, and just because Jimmy Kimmel is more divisive. Fallon, you might not like it, but he doesn't get political or anything like that. So you're like, oh, this will still be a fun show where there's a good chance
somebody's going to get hit with a squirt gun.
Yeah, that are going to see Fallon aren't big fans of Jimmy Kimmel, and they're like, well, what the hell? I don't like this guy.
I
so
see.
Talking about his baby.
I see. He's just start talking about his baby. Yeah.
Please settle down. You're going to offend the other Jimmy.
That's funny.
Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I switched places with Jimmy Kimmel. Although, as far as surprises you've seen on ABC this week, this one's a distant second.
Hey-oh! Was that the slap? Were the Oscars on ABC? Yeah.
Smack heard around the world.
Right. Didn't Trevor Noah mention he hosted the Grammys? Didn't he say something about it?
I'm sure he did.
We're going to keep names out of our mouths or something. Gerard Carmichael, by the way, who I am a big fan of. A lot of people don't know who he is because he's not especially prolific. Like he'll put out a new stand-up hour like every 2 years. But he dropped one on Friday in which he came out. And then he was set to host Saturday Night Live, which he did. And it was okay. I mean, he's funny enough.
There's a one that applies to you. Short ass movies. That sketch is
everybody was tagging me in that.
Short ass movies is definitely.
Pete Davidson did a video called Short Ass Movies. Yeah.
I think Gerard Carmichael is right in his monologue. He says, "I am by far the least famous person to have ever hosted."
That's right.
And he's probably right.
Yeah.
He did a good job. I mean, he was funny in the sketches.
I think he's funny, and he had a sitcom on NBC for about 3 seasons that was very well done. I don't know that many people watched it. It was called The Carmichael Show, but I thought it was very entertaining. Yeah, but Pete Davidson and Gunna, who was the musical guest, They did a video on that they're just looking at the runtime.
Ain't gonna sit here and watch no long ass movie. Found a flick about to pick it, but right before I click it, I look down right below the line, and that's when I see the runtime. 3 hours, 27 minutes? Bro, you must be crazy. No thanks, I'ma watch a short ass movie like Driving Miss Daisy. I'm not pushing P unless it's under 2 hours. Like Lion King or Batman, all 3 Austin Powers. I heard the Batman was great, so I went to a theater and saw it. I pissed my pants twice, and it was longer than The Hobbit. Ass movie, a 90-minute movie. Like Liar, Liar, Evil Dead, Punch Drunk Low, Eraserhead. A short ass movie.
God, can you believe Liar Liar's 25 years old? That was peak Jim Carrey, boy. It was Liar Liar.
And
I don't remember that.
I'm surprised that Punch Drunk Love, that felt like a longer movie.
Oh, do they name check that in that?
They just said that there, and that's like an hour 30, hour 40.
Yeah.
But man, the pacing of it makes it.
It does feel long, doesn't
feel like
it?
you're watching a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
Did The Mask win any Oscars?
No.
Okay. Was that considered a bad movie? Because that was
No, it was just a box office. But it wasn't
popcorn movie.
Yeah, popcorn movie. It wasn't something that they're like critically acclaimed. They're just like, it's Jim Carrey. It was his second big movie.
Which was his first?
Ace Ventura.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see. I watched The Mask way more than Ace Ventura.
The Mask won an Oscar for Best Makeup.
Oh, okay.
At the 58th Academy Awards. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The movie Mask. Not The Mask.
Wait, what?
With Cher and Eric Stoltz, where he plays Rocky Dennis. Because he's got like encephalitis or whatever that condition is. You ever see Mask? There's a true story about this kid, Rocky Dennis. It's a great movie. Sorry, Mask, not The Mask.
April Fools. Okay.
Yeah, because the 58th would have been like the 80s. So not, I got a break. I will have Joe Satriani tickets for you later on. Get you that.